Hello everybody, I'm back again with a special video and I'm laughing because it's like the third time I tried to do this and it's really hard. This is really hard doing these special videos for my sample box, especially when I do multiple fragrances. And now I'm down to just 3 on this one. I'm actually doing Pearlescent Parfums, and that's an offshoot of Gallagher. And where they got the word pearlescent, pearlescent means like luster. That's from the outside of pearl. And when I read the about Pearlescent Parfums, that's what it says. It wants to stand out from other independent niche perfumes or even designer perfumes. It wants to make a statement, and it does that. All these 3 that I'm wearing tonight, there's 4 of them. The 4th one that I'm not wearing tonight is Sunscape. And I have a video on that, and it deserved its own video. I have a bottle of that, and it's really good. So I do like these fragrances, and as everybody knows, I do like the Gallagher fragrances, the one I have, and I have a whole stream of them from the other samples. I've sampled every one of Gallagher's. So anyway, the ones I'm left with is AquaRose, Midnight Jasmine, and Baklava. Now Baklava I smelled once, but I just sprayed it on and I think I washed it off afterwards. Not because of how it smelled. I just wasn't going to do a video on it, and I just washed it off there and sprayed it. So today I'm doing these. I have AquaRose here, I have Midnight Jasmine here, and I have Baklava here. And I'll start out with the AquaRose. The AquaRose is exactly what it says it is. When you look on the website for it and read the synopsis of what he's trying to capture, that's what it is, and it's named that. It's Rose Aqua Rose, and it's like the sea meets roses, and it's this battle of 2 roses and the sea and the saltiness. It even has driftwood in there. It has ambergris. And it has other stuff, but you always come back to that sea and the rose, and the 2 types of rose. And one type is sweet, the May rose, I think, and the Turkish is kind of wet and maybe damp and dewy. So and maybe even a little musky, although this does have musk in it. All of his have musk in it and patchouli. All of them have that on these. And so you get that muskiness too. But really good for what it says it is. And sometimes I love it, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could wear it. Yeah, I don't know if I could wear it because I'm challenged by rose. But when I love it, I love it. It's an 8 or a 9. And it's interesting because you would think this is a rose that you could wear in the summer. I always think of roses I wear the cooler weather. And I guess you could wear this in the summer because you're getting that sea. But then sometimes when that sweet part comes up with the rose, I'm thinking, oh man, is that going to be cloying or what? So I don't know. It's very good though. Very realistic rose and that salty sweetness. Like I said, I'd give it about an 8 maybe. Good fragrance. The next one I'm going to do is Baklava, and that one I have here. And this is interesting because it's supposed to be like baklava. It has actually some orange and some cherry and something else in there, maybe plum. I'm not sure. And but I don't get that fruitiness. I get the nuttiness. I get that's what I get, the nut and the bread. The cakiness. Nuts and cakes. That's what I get in vanilla and musk. I don't get any of the fruitiness. I don't get the cherry or any of that. I get the honey. I get baklava, but I don't get anything like with a topping on it or anything, or any type of fruitiness out of this. It is good, for what it is. The one thing I will say, though, that sometimes a little tough part comes out of it. It actually has baklava as a note, and it lists that as like an olive cake, an olive oil-based cake. And sometimes I think I get that olive oil smell out of it. So that's a little tough with what else it's trying to do. Because you get that vanilla, you get that honey, and you get the almond, and then you got pistachio. So, and then it has that base of sandalwood, musk, and patchouli. So yeah, it's good. I mean, I give it about a 7. I'm not sure on this. I'd have to wear this a couple times. I do think this, out of the 3, I do think this is the one that would be more male interesting to me, or more unisex to me. But that's just me. So then the third one that I'm wearing, and this is on this hand, and I'm not doing these justice because I'm rushing through. This is my 3rd time, and I had to stop the other ones because I was like, oh, I just went off track. Anyway, this one's Midnight Jasmine, and this is beautiful. This is a 9. This is a 9. And the thing is with this, it's very similar to Rosé All Day in the notes, except this adds pear, and it takes off something. I think it takes off the brown sugar maybe. And it takes off that steel note that's in Rosé All Day. And this one adds jasmine. It adds jasmine right up, a blast of jasmine and magnolia. So it's much more floral. And hence the name, Midnight Jasmine. There ain't no rosé in this one. But a lot of people compare it to Rosé All Day, and I'm not sure why. It's beautiful. This smells great. You know, this smells great on me. This smells great on Miss Fritz. I would love to smell it on her. But I've been doing this all day. It smells really good. I'm not sure why it gets compared to Rosé All Day. I mean, I see the note similarity, but I'm not sure why it does. It's on its own. It's really good. So and it's nowhere. You know, it's not called Midnight Rosé All Day. It's called Midnight Jasmine, and that's what you get. You get a really good shot of jasmine in there. But you also get something else. You get pear in here. The pear and the plum with the apple crisp, that fruitiness, and the cinnamon. And that's in Rosé All Day, except for the pear. So, you know, maybe that's why it's compared to it. But this has those 2 florals, that jasmine and that magnolia, that push up. And then it has the same base, I think, except for the steel note. So the stainless steel note. This is really good. I'm actually going to do, I don't know if I'll do a whole scented a day on this, but I think one time I'm going to do Rosé All Day, and I'll do this Midnight Jasmine together. I don't know if I'll do a video on it, but for myself, I might do that. Because Rosé All Day is the next one I was going to get from Gallagher. So I don't know. I might want this one. Or I might get them both. You know, I think there's enough difference in these that I can get them both. So anyway, that's my 3 today. They're all from Pearlescent Parfums. And none of them are lackluster, that's for sure. They are all luster. So they match the name Pearlescent. They all stand out, and they all shine. So with that, please pray for peace. Please be kind. And you know, I'll see you Sunday, unless I do another one from the sample box sometime this week. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Bye.